Mungu. Ambao tulikuwa tunashindana na wao, nimesema ya kwamba katika safari kuna kushinda na kushindwa, lakini tunasema sisi wote ni washindi kwa sababu tumekuruhusu watu wa Kiambaa wapige kula mahali ambapo wangetaka. Ni wanawakaribisha tushikane mikono, tujenge Kiambaa pamoja, maana wanaweza kuwa wako na idea ama wanaweza niambia jinsi ambavyo tunaweza endelea, nikiongezea mambo na maneno ambayo niko nayo, tupeleke Kiambaa yetu pamoja. Ya pili niseme ya kwamba Kiambaa is a very peaceful constituency. Even after being hata baada ya kuwa intimidated yesterday, they decided to vote, the best way they know how, and they exercise their democratic right na kuhakikisha kwamba wamepiga kura mahali ambapo wangetaka. Kwa hivyo niseme ya kwamba nimewashukuru sana kwa kutushikilia. We knew we did our best, because in every game you do your best, but you leave the rest to God. So as that's what we decided, even we ended up our campaigns with player, because we believe in the hand of God and we believe in the Hustler Nation. So we also want to say that it is a first time, it is a wave. Throughout Kenya, nishukuru wabunge wote ambao wamekuwa wamenishikilia, wakiongozwa na mbunge Didi Nyoro, Kimani Ichung'wah, Mheshimiwa Kuria, Mheshimiwa Rigathi, Mheshimiwa GK, nao wengine, Mheshimiwa Jane Kihara, nao wengine wote. Na pia nishukuru Deputy President kwa kuwa very supportive system. Amekuja, ametushikilia mpaka tukafika mahali tumefika. Hustler Nation is real. UDA pia ni washukuru, wamenipatia nafasi na wakanipatia certificate, wakaniaminia, na zaidi ya yote tumeleta ushindi nyumbani. UDA is the way to go.
When you look at the margin there between you and your rival, it was almost quite a close call. What did you say? What did you tell your rival?
Yesterday there was a lot of voter intimidation and voter bribery. You witnessed across the whole Kiambaa constituency. Chiefs were coming out, giving out money, coercing people to vote on a certain election. And maybe, as you know, majority, especially our parents, our grad parents, they tend to fear the chiefs. So probably, there was that tilting. But we can tell our opponents that it was a worth competition. We stand to fight another day, but I welcome them. They come, we join hands together, and we build Kiambaa together. There is no winning and there is no losing. We are all Kiambaa people. So therefore, it is the Kiambaa people who have exercised their democratic right. We hold hands together and we move forward.
Hey. Man. Mungu yuko. Mungu yuko.
Talk to us, how are you feeling right now? What does this mean to you?
Oh, my friend, I can only tell you we serve a faithful God, and no man is mightier, no power is mightier than God. The people, it is an emotional moment. It is a very emotional moment. The people of Kiambaa have spoken, and God has spoken through the people of Kiambaa. There is no other power that is mightier than His. This is an act of God. It's not our doing. It is not anybody's doing. It is God's doing. My brother here is now the MP-elect for Kiambaa, through God and the people of Kiambaa. I just want to say to those that think that they have all the power they imagine they do, that no power is mightier than the power of the people and the power of God. Nobody should think that the transient power they hold can be mightier than the people. Everybody in this country and anywhere must appreciate that you hold power on account of what has been entrusted on you by the people and God. And you must never imagine that you are mightier. You will direct everybody on how they vote, on who leads them. I think the people of Kiambaa have proved today that they have the ability and capacity to decide on who they want to lead them. And nobody is going to impose leadership on the people of Kenya. Not in Kiambaa, not in Kenya next year. Therefore, those who imagine that they own this country, that they will decide for Kenyans, I think this is the loudest message from the people and from God, that they will not be the ones to decide for the people. The people will decide for themselves, as guided by their God.
How do you think IBC conducted this particular poll?
let me say IEBC has done their very best. If you ask me, if there's anybody that has failed, it is the state. It is the government in power that has failed. It is government in power that has disrespected all provisions of our statutes and the laws that govern this country. It is this government that imagined that they are mightier, they are more powerful than the people, that they are above the law, and that is why we are saying this is above this young man who was belittled, this young man who has been insulted, this young man who they thought they were mightier than, but God in heaven has proved today that he is mightier than them, that they think they are mighty. And we want to tell them, because there are those who imagined that a day will come that we will worship man. We, as a hustler nation, shall never worship a man. We will always worship the Almighty God.
Yes.
I think that is the loudest message to them. Na wanajijua. Wajua hakuna nguvu inayopita nguvu ya Mwenyezi Mungu na nguvu ya wananchi wa kawaida. Belittle Wanjiko, belittle the people, you will face them. And I think the people have spoken. The message is out there. Those who want to hear it can hear it. Those who don't want to hear it, they will face it. It's up to them.
Thank you.
Maybe for the last one, Mheshimiwa Wanjiko, a lot of young men think that you maybe you're the person who's gonna rescue them from unemployment and all those stuff. Maybe what do you think you're gonna do for them in the next 13 months or so?
I think first is to encourage them, to go after their dreams and their vision, because where there is a will, to ensure that we rescue the Kiambaa people, we create the employments that we have, and among the so many things that I've said that I'll be doing is to ensure that in all the projects that belongs to the CDF will be conducted by the young people, so that we may try to encourage them and also to create our employments. We also need to ensure that the bursary has been exercised. So we have a duty. We have a duty to do and to ensure that it is done how it's supposed to be done. So we will rescue them and we will ensure that we have created employments and we are going to work. It is only 1 year, but I know that I'll bring a difference for that one particular year. So that when I go back to them, I'll have something, to prove to them that if they give me another mandate, I'll be able to exercise it. Thank you very much. Yatosha, man.
Jua kuna Mungu.
Yes.
Mungu.